walking you through how you can do a competitive analysis. I'm going to share my screen here, and I'm going to show you the same Excel spreadsheet that I created for my college level marketing course. And so there are a couple of things I want to share with you about this spreadsheet. Number one, if you are getting access to it, I change it often as I continue to do more competitive analysis, as I work with other people, as I work with this sheet. What I'm trying to do with this sheet that I'm going to show you here in just a second is distill what I've done in like decades of doing marketing into something that's easy for somebody to like get and be like, I need to fill in the blanks. Now, I'm over the course of our time together here, I'm going to walk you through it and I'm going to explain to you what each of these fields are. And my objective is that you can go in and fill them out. But I will tell you right now, there are some nuanced assumptions that each box holds that I'm not going to be able to express to you in this training. So if you get into it and you're like, I don't really understand what's supposed to go in that box, come back to this video, comment down below and ask your question because that's going to be the best way for me to answer your question. All right. With now that I've gotten that out of the way and I've done that disclaimer, let's go ahead and look at the competitive analysis sheet. Now, during this training, I'm going to pretend that I'm a local baker and I am doing this for my bakery. The reason why I'm going to use a bakery instead of something else is because there are going to be elements that are like if I picked a consulting practice or something like that, that can be harder for us to grasp, especially if we don't know about that specific industry. But all of us have some experience with cookies. Okay. So when you are doing a competitive analysis, most of the time you have a general idea of who your competitors are. If you don't, then we can go about figuring out who our competitors are by just doing some basic Google search. So when we're going through this document, our goal is to fill out all the boxes with the information that we can about ourselves and about our competitors. We'll come back to ourselves later on. And this will be beneficial to you if you watch any of my videos about SWOT analysis, TOES analysis, any of that stuff. You'll see why this can be important. Okay. So we're just going to do one together, and then you'll see kind of how this works. All right. So this first field is website. I find that it is really nice to have that saved because you will need it later. So cookie places near me. Now, if I'm a local baker and I'm hanging out in my own hometown, these are going to be some of my competitors. Okay. So when I do a rough Google search right away, I'm getting some folks. Okay. So we're going to go crumble cookie. Nice part about using something like this is that they are fairly recognized brand, and so they're gonna have things on their website that other small businesses won't. Okay, cool. So we got Crumble, competitive advantage, well known brand. Let's look at them. So some of this stuff, as you think about like what is their competitive advantage, right? What makes them unique? Fresh out the box cookies, sweet treat for the family. You subscribe. Okay. Cater. Download the app. Okay, cool. So they have an app. The news. Join the crew. See. Several locations. Large team. Okay, let's talk about disadvantages. Let's see. Oh, we can take this franchise. They're a franchise. Why is that a disadvantage? Franchise, so um, can't make changes fast. Okay, so they can't do a bunch of weird stuff. They have guidelines and restrictions that they have to follow. They can't be out here deciding that they're gonna change the menu up tomorrow just because they feel like it. What are some other disadvantages? Um, only have cookies, right? So I said before that we're a cookie place, but I'm a baker, right? And I make cookies. That's one of the things that I do. But maybe I also make cheesecakes and pound cakes, right? So their disadvantage is that they only sell cookies. And so we need to look at that and say, okay, they do really well with cookies, but they only do cookies. Okay. All right. There may be some other disadvantages, but we're going to move on. Unique value proposition. Let's see what Crumble's got in here. The menu. Check out their story, and we probably can find two cousins, perfect combination without sugar. Wasted dough. Just plain embarrassing. Two cousins decide to take their feedback, test the recipes. So they crafted the world's most perfect cookie. Okay. First store. Da, 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 da. Okay, here's one. Weekly rotating menu. Unique proposition, weekly menu. This helps with menu fatigue. Tasted famous pink box. Crumble around the world. Okay. So we got weekly menu. Tested recipes. So I would say those are their unique value propositions for now. And then quality ingredients. Okay. Target customer. Let's look at order now, delivery, catering, gifts. Just want to check them out. I don't want to order. Let's go store pickup. Okay. So cloud. All right. So a single cookie is $5. Mm, okay. We'll hold off on this, but I think this is going to be middle class families and professionals. And the reason why I say that is their price point and their branding. Partners, I don't know. Positioning, they said something back here. Let's see if we can find it. Our story. We don't know exactly what they're. They talk about this like idea of the perfect cookie. Okay. All right. So we've done the first bit. We might come back and look for partners. Um, some ways that you can find partners are like on the social. So we could come here, look at who else they're working with. Maybe some stuff they've posted. Maybe some people they posted with, like this girl. So they do influencer marketing. So that's interesting, right? We just learned something. We just learned something about our competitors that we actually need the information for. Where is it? Da, 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 da. Right here. Influencer marketing. Okay. Let's see if we can find if they got any other partners. I don't know her. She might be a really big brand, but I don't know her. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, they're yeah, if we look, so as we look at their posts, we could tell their stuff is like decadent, right? It's not just a cookie. This is they're they're putting some effort into like their posts and all that good stuff. So usually what this says is like they look at themselves as a luxury to some degree, right? And when we look at some of the imaging, and this is when I said before that like there are going to be some nuances in these boxes that I can't just give to you, that like it comes with experience. This type of imaging, this minimalistic imaging, is usually what a more luxury brand will do. Um, where else can I say? Like this picture right here gives like luxury feel, right? We could see the same thing in like a jewelry commercial. What's another one? Right here. This, right? The cookie dripping. So these are some elements that I see, but then they have this right here. So this tells me family. Okay. Interesting. So we definitely got some family. We definitely got some like high class, right? You can, this looks like some wedding stuff. You can have it at your wedding, you can have it at your party, but you can also send it to your kids. Send it with your kids to school. Okay. All right. Let's see what other boxes we need to fill in. Products. We're not going to list, we're not going to go through and do like a list. We're just going to say cookies. Services, catering, in store, delivery, price, per cookie, average. Right? We're not going through and trying to figure out exactly what each price is. This is like this is just part of what we're going to do. Okay. Um, so their business model is interesting. They have the talked about it up here. Where was it? Franchising. Scale. So this is troubling for us as a local bakery, because very similarly to like McDonald's, if there are 100,000, if every week everybody's making the same cookies and crumble across the nation, and they know what cookies are going to be made. They can order at such a scale that makes the prices for baked goods come down, which means that their margins on their cookies are probably better than the margins on mine if I'm a local business. So that's just something to be weary of, right? So we said competitive advantages. We might say even like um, buying power might be a competitive advantage. Okay, so as we're doing this, I want you to acknowledge that like this is not a linear thing. You're slowly learning about them, and then you're documenting what you're learning. Their business model. They do some catering to events, and then they have in store slash. Now services for something like this are going to be very similar, but how these would be different is if like services, I meant like if it was a bigger, they offered more than just cookies, we might see like services around like uh custom ordering for cakes, custom ordering for cookies, right? Custom order for baked goods, and then like the cookies, the catering, all that stuff that we might have additional services inside of these. But since this time we're only doing cookies, our services are the catering, in-store sales, and then delivery. Those are the only services that we have. And then we talk about the business model. The business model is the stuff that we're offering, for how we're making money. Okay, promotion and incentives. Um, these can be challenging to locate sometimes, but we may be able to find some. Page is currently running ads. So let's go to the ad library inside of Facebook. Let's see if there's any sort of promotion or incentive that they're running. All right. Oh, they do a lot. They do a fair amount of influencer marketing. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, up free cookie day. Where is this at? Free cookie day. That's at a specific location. But is that learn more? I wonder. Oh, it's for a grand opening. Okay. So they do free cookie day. So we're gonna write that. We're gonna write that down. Promotion or incentive, free cookie day. Let's go. Let's jump back over here. Grand opening. They had that post, but I don't see weekly menu. We can cater. Download the app. Let's jump back. We want to see what the stipulations are on this free cookie. Um, Celebrating grand opening. We'll be giving away free cookies all day long. So they're just doing like, you know, come as you are. We'll give you a cookie. No stipulation. It's actually a solid incentive. And if I'm a bakery, I'm probably going to run something similar. And I'm just going to do it randomly. Mini cookies all week long. See if we got any more incentives. Are they running a birthday campaign? They are. See ad details. It's your day. Wow. Nice. Whoa, whoa. They are look, as I'm going through them, birthday birthday cookie, uh wedding. Okay. Now, if I were really doing this for my client or for myself, what I would be doing now is I would jump over here and I would grab this and I would say like, okay, here's the Facebook ad that I saw, and I would dig into this a little bit more. The only thing that I think they're not doing that I think they should be doing is I think they should have specific landing pages. That's the only mess up that I think that I think they're doing that like would be way better. Um, and I think they would crush it if they did these ads to a landing page that said crumble, say I do, celebrate your wedding day with crumble by your side. I think if they had a landing page that went over to uh, a catering page that was all about like getting crumble for your wedding day would be a way better landing page, but we're not gonna get into that. So I would do this. I would come in, I would put this into here, the ad, and give myself some details, and I would provide some links and comments about it. And every ad that I saw that I thought was valuable, I would include into this bucket. Okay. All right. Let's go back to the competitive analysis. All right. Now we're in distribution channels. We know they're doing Facebook ads. I'd be surprised if they're not running other ads, but we know they're doing Facebook. We that they have know that they have a website. Let's see if we go out to cookies near me. Okay, they're at least not running them. Let's try cookies. I'm just curious. Chicago. Huh. Is nobody running them? Wow. Wedding cookies. Let's try that. Ah, there it is. People want this money. They don't want the regular cookie money. Okay, that's fair. Lots by Etsy, but that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so I was trying to see if I saw some stuff in here ad wise from Crumble. I didn't see anything. Offers, we got single, then we got bundle deals, bundles, customer profile. We said families, middle class, professional, right? This isn't exact. We don't know who their customers are, right? Let's just be real. We don't know. What we're doing is we're creating an educated guess. Okay. Now, typically, if I wanted to find out their website traffic, I would run it. I would use a tool to find it. My computer's running a little slow, so I'm not going to do it this time. But there are tons of tools out there that you can use in order to find website traffic. We'll go over here. We'll find their Facebook followers. Now, Crumble does something interesting. It looks like what they do is all of the Crumbles share one social media. That's what it looks like to me. And so what that means is like they don't individually get a chance to run like local ads and stuff like that. They run them all through Crumble Corporate. Okay. So we don't know exactly what our local followers would look like. We don't know what their stuff looks like. But in this case, it doesn't matter a ton because it's not how it's being used. So that can be a bit of a challenge for a small local business to compete against somebody that has like way more reviews, way more followers. So, look, same thing. Million, 2.9 million, or 2.2 million. This is not this is not local. This is the whole deal. Okay. So that's fair. It just is what it is. So let's go back. Oh, they got their Instagram right here. That's one of their primary focuses is IG. Makes a ton of sense. So we're gonna get them 5 million, 5, 5 milli, and then other channels. We did see some other channels on the Crumble homepage. Okay. Uh, they got TikTok, Twitter for their brand. I think Twitter is going to be more relevant. I mean, not Twitter. TikTok's going to be more relevant, but we'll see. Jesus, 8.1 million. That cookie money. Okay. Um, that's TikTok. Podcast. I don't think they had any podcasts. Look at that. Sending you straight to order. That is the value. I will say that's one thing about like them doing it this way is that if somebody posts something really cool, they can still they still can get that they still can get that win. Um regardless of the location. See what I'm saying? Computer's running slow. Try closing some of these. Just trying to get back to the Crumble website. That's all right. So, what I was looking for is see if they had any podcasts. I don't think they do. So we're cool to skip it. Now we need to know their company size and we need to know their estimated revenue. Um, company size of Crumble cookies. Okay. Okay. Bam. Here we go. 2,591. When you have a larger company like this, you can get a lot of information just by doing a quick Google search. Uh, revenue of Crumble. Wow. Chain. The company has one of the chains. 900 locations across the globe. 1 billion. And this was 2024. Okay, we'll take that. Okay, cool. So we now have a lot of information about one of our competitors. We would do this again for another competitor, but this is how we go about filling this out. The only one that we did not do or that we did not find information for is website traffic. Let me see if I can get my thing to work now. Uber. The, just so we're clear, the answer is a lot. They get a lot of website traffic. I know that before I even pull the report. Um, but it's still worth taking a look. Strange. All right, let's see. Do a quick login. Jump in here real quick. Let's do nope, traffic estimation. Copy link address. We'll pop it in here. Search. And if this brings us back a result, then this will tell us about how much traffic they get. Organic monthly traffic. Here we go. 3.5 million organic visitors. Okay. It's not truly organic because they're running ads. So some of that does bleed over from some of the social ads, but it is worth noting that that's the answer, right? So in a very short time, in about 30 minutes, we were able to go through and find out all this information about Crumble. There's some more digging that we can do in this in order to get more information, but I just wanted to show you how I would go about filling out this information about a competitor. Now, sometimes you are going to find things that just don't make sense. Like in this case, I didn't see a ton of partners other than the influencers that they work with, and I would rather throw them in influencer marketing than I would in partners, unless, and this is where we get some nuance, unless there was a really big influencer that they were working with that's like really well known, and maybe have millions and millions of followers for themselves, then I might call them a partner, especially if they're running multiple campaigns with that influencer. So some of this is where I put this, but other portions are like you got to fill it out for yourself and just do what you believe is best for you and for your business and for you doing the review and analysis of your competitors. If you would like a copy of this competitive analysis tool, please drop a comment below and I will share it with you if you're not inside of the entrepreneur circle and want this. If you are inside of our community, you should have a copy of this exact file down below. When you click the link, just make a copy of this. Please do not request access. I'm going to say no, and then it just takes longer to get you access. I will put this on view and you can click the view, click file up here in the corner, click file, and then click here, make a copy. So that's how you get your own copy of this if you're inside of the community. Outside of that, stay at home, one of y'all.